Season 22, Highlander Ice Instructional Series Part 2. Just coming off the win against the Firestorm 5.0 Mage deck in the introduction vid, and now I'm going to play a few games here. We match up fairly well against most type of deck. I would say Druid has probably the highest probability of actually being able to beat us. Arcane is a keep, and so is Frostbolt. The reason why is because, not why the mulligan, but why Druid is one of the few classes that can actually do something to us, is because innervate shenanigans. Like, the only thing we really are kind of a little bit weak to is we are a little bit weak to ridiculous burst combos that just come out of nowhere. Since we have to heal to stay alive instead of like doing pre-defense or anything like that. So Zombie Cho and Frostbolt, pretty self-explanatory there. Anytime you're seeing a Darnassus, you got to get rid of it as soon as you see it, unless it is turn 9 or 10. Alright, we're going to go for the 50-50. Never know. Nicely done. Oh, this is a lot. Oh, Ancient Allure, okay. What do we have? Okay. Just that, ping, attack. Yeah, I'm glad I had that. I didn't want to be in the position of having to either use Polymorph or Azure Drake, because I would have played Drake. Like, we've done a really good job of slowing down his game right now. Wild growth, that's the other kind of thing you gotta watch out for. Like, those types of things, they can really hurt you. Cloakfield, nice. And the other thing that really sucks too is that with this kind of deck we play really slow, and the thing is, if he is aware of that, he could just stall the game out actually until he has combo wombo with innervate, and then more combo wombo, and just almost TKO me in one turn. But he would have to be aware of the fact that he's in no danger. And I don't know if he is. Okay. Drake. Ping. Go. I'm sure he has some kind of removal in his hand, but I don't think it would be that easy for him to clear off everything. And if he did clear off everything, he still wouldn't have any boards, so that's kind of good. This game went really well. Ooh, okay. So that's a definite act of desperation. And obviously he has like probably, I would say, swipe or something like that, because he doesn't even bother to do anything but the Toshli. Now I could do Effigy and Refam next turn, but I also just would like to get Rag on the table, because if he doesn't have Big Game Hunter, it's going to be just too devastating for him to deal with. So he has to have Big Game Hunter, actually. No big game? Yeah, like that's the winning play. You can't make you can't really climb high up the ladder if you play with the mentality like, oh, my enemy, he's gonna have the one card, he needs to beat me. You can't play like that. Okay, so obviously it's just we win, so it's just like easy, not bad. 29 HP, more cards, better board. That kind of tells the story. We'll just go right into the next game. Oh, Warrior. It's great. We do so well against Warrior. We'll just go ahead and look for the low curve. It's simple. Duplication is probably... Duplication and Echo are probably, I would say, the MVP cards against Warrior, because Warrior is all about using their, I guess you would say, 4 hard removals, and then, you know, they got like infinite soft removals. So their whole thing is just remove, remove, remove. You end up duplicating. You end up with more threats than they have removal, and then they just lose. There's nothing they can do. So I'm just going to go ahead and wake her, because he doesn't really understand. Nobody does. Nobody really understands this kind of mage deck unless this becomes extremely popular. So he's just going to think that the right thing to do is just clear, 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 and doesn't realize that it's just going to get worse and worse as this game goes on. And it's just like never going to get better. Now, Echo Medivh is a card that you will always use if you can get 3 minions, any 3 minions. You will sometimes use it for 2 minions, and sometimes you'll use it for even for 1 minion, but that 1 minion has to be a powerhouse, so it's got to be decent. Okay, so I remember he's used 1 execute. That's fine. Unstable. Oh, Mal'Ganis? Should I do a duplicate on Mal'Ganis, though? Should I do a duplicate on Mal'Ganis? I think that it would be... prudent to do that. Alright. So what we know from the fact that he has the 3/3 is that he is playing Patron Warrior, which is does fare a lot better, at least against our deck, than control standard. So that's one thing he has going for him. Oh, Sledge Belcher or Melganis. Which do I really want to copy? I probably will say Melganis. I just need like big threats. And I'm sure that he's aware of what I've done here. Yeah, because he probably knows if I played that card, he probably goes, well, surely I have don't care if he removes it, clearly, then it's a duplication. Uh-oh. But wait, if he was going to do that, why didn't he whip before doing that? Oh, because he wouldn't have room. It's fine. Okay. So, I kind of do find myself needing a see, if I had known he was holding Grim Patron in his hand, I would have duplicated the Belcher. Maybe I should have duplicated the Belcher. Maybe. Okay, well, let's start with the Arcane Intellect, because I do need a card draw. Oh, Reno Jackson, that's good. Some good news. We'll start with the Flame Cannon. Alright. And, oh, what am I saying? I'm dead, right? 9, 10, no, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Ah! Yep. You know what? I chose poorly. I should have duplicated the Sledge Belcher, but I suspect nothing would have actually saved me there. He produced too many patrons, and I just did not have a Flamestrike ready to rock and roll. I just needed a Flamestrike, and he made way too many patrons for me to stop. Like, if he had just made even just 3, but he made too many. So that was a loss. But hey, I said it. Patron is what would be the warrior deck that could have beat us, actually, when they make too many patrons. It's kind of frustrating, too, because Patron Warrior is actually a pretty bad deck. And I kind of feel like he just got away with it because of the fact that it just happens to be that this deck is not that stellar against Patron when you don't have a Flamestrike. If I had it, then I would have won that easy, but without it, he kind of just got it skated away with, I would say, a free win. Okay, so Zombie Cho is fine. Either one of these would have been fine. Mana Worm would have been fine. Even coining a Mad Scientist would have been fine. But why coin when you don't have to? Okay. So it's just this and ping. Always take out the Darnassus. Don't even think about trying to develop in lieu of clearing. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. If he's using a turn to do that, he's wasted not only a mana off curve, but the game has slowed down tremendously, and the slower the better for us. It just becomes harder and more impossible for him to win, unless he can go for double combo wombo with the innervate, which is just bullshit, but it happens. It's fine. He was in a hurry to get that out. I would have to imagine that he has the combo in his hand, which is why he wanted to reduce cost on it. So let's see. Double combo wombo would be, if he does Force of Nature with 2 Savage Wars, that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. 21, 22. He could do 22 damage probably, I would think. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I like this play. Let's go ahead, trade off here. And good, we get duplicate out. I like this play a lot because the secret has him probably too scared to drop anything really good. It's a shame that he played Lothep. If he hadn't played that, we would have had like Temple all game long. Like, he actually had to play that one thing. That's fine. So now, let me just think about what I want to dupe up. I could do a lot of things, actually. I could do Azure Drake. Azure Drake coin Mirror Entity. That would be interesting. Oh, no, wait. Mirror Entity. Don't... Mirror Entity with Duplicate. That's anti-synergy. Never play those two cards together. Because the enemy will give you shit, and then you'll duplicate that shit when they kill it. So, Toshli has to be the play next turn. He's so confused now that he's like just dumbfounded. He's not even doing anything. He's probably figuring he lost, which is correct. He did. Let's just check, see which spare part. Okay. That's worth a coin in use. That's worth. Yeah, for sure. Keep him still. Definitely. Definitely. Next turn is looking a lot like Drake into Arcane Explosion. He's just going to cry. Yeah, he's just going to cry. No doubt about it. And the best part of this is, after I make this trade and do Azure Drake, Arcane Explosion will be one card up. And not only that, but Toshli will be the low HP card. And because of that, he, hey, you know what? I should have drawn a card, though, first before I made any decisions. New mistake, but anyhow. He'll be poised to kill this, and we'll get our duplication, off of the Toshli, which is what we run it, instead of the Azure Drake. It's just really good all the way around. Like, really good. Unless he swipes and then pings here, which would give us duplicate dragon. Which still wouldn't be bad. Actually, I just cannot imagine that we could lose this game at this point. Yeah, he would have to go yellow face from this point forward and just like hope for a just enough burst damage to just like kill me without interacting the board at all. He would have to hope for that. That's all he could do. Is this it? Is he just giving up? Oh, disappointment. Disappointment. Yeah, he's giving up. Okay. Yep. So it's just fireball and death. Oh, that was